Do you have a spouse who is divorcing you for bogus, non-biblical reasons and is spouting a bunch of lies about you, him, and the marriage and the divorce, his justification for the divorce? That's my topic today. Welcome back to Ask Dr. Clarke. Now, I want to ask you, if you are enjoying these videos, if you're finding them helpful, that you would help us to reach a larger and larger audience. We're working hard to save marriages here at davideclarkebhd.com. So if you will tap the like button, that will help us reach more people. And then, of course, tap the subscribe button. This will help us have the most impact we can possibly have. Now, a brief commercial about one of my latest self-published books. I don't need publishers anymore because they change what I write. Who needs them? We have a platform. We don't need them. So, My Spouse Wants Out. How to get angry, fight back, and save your marriage. If you're in a situation where your husband or wife, could be the wife, more wives are leaving too, are leaving the marriage for bogus reasons, on the verge of filing, or they filed for divorce, and you're like desperate, this is the book you want to get, My Spouse Wants Out. It will empower you, it'll protect your relationship with your kids, and it might just shake up your crazy, sinning spouse into repentance and actually bring them back to the Lord, and we can save the marriage. The basic, nice Christian approach isn't going to work. This is hardcore, but you're in a hardcore situation. So only found on my website, davideclarkphd.com, Clarke with an E. Okay, today's question. My husband told me he doesn't love me anymore and wants a divorce. Okay, that's the piano dropping on you from 200 feet, crushing you suddenly in an awful way. He has no good reason, she says. Well, of course he doesn't. They never do. He is saying and texting a lot of lies about me, about him, and his reasons for the divorce. Oh, you know he is. He has to justify the divorce, make himself look good, and win your kids over. I'm already answering the question, but she's still talking. She's still asking, how do I respond, especially to these lies? For a period of 2 months, I want you to respond to his stupid, sinful statements. When people sin, they're stupid, and he's being stupid. I want you to respond with brief surgical strikes, not long narratives, not long rants. Don't waste your time. Brief surgical strikes to shake him up. Now, your assertive, edgy responses will do a number of things. They will empower you because you may have to be going on alone, and you've got to get through this miserable process anyway. So it empowers you, protects your relationship with your kids because he's trying to win them over. I guarantee you he is, in many subtle and not so subtle ways with these lies, stupid things he's saying. And it might just, again, it's the only chance to shake him up, to shake the sinning spouse up so maybe he repents and comes back to you. I call this whole operation Whack a Sinning Spouse. Now, you've played the arcade game Whack-a-Mole, haven't you? We've all done that. You're in the arcade, and when they open up again, you're in the arcade, and you've got the hammer, and the moles are in their holes. The machine comes on, you spend a quarter, whatever, and the moles come up, and you whack the mole every time they come up. This is what I'm talking about here in this 2-month period. It's all explained in My Spouse Wants Out, but he tells a lie, whack. He says something stupid about you and your personal appearance, whack. He says something dumb about the kids, whack. He justifies the divorce in some stupid statement, whack. You are whacking him. And again, it's what the Bible instructs you to do. I'm not going to get into the biblical support. There's plenty of it in My Spouse Wants Out. Now, I'm not going to just tell you what to do without telling you how to do it, but showing you. So I'm going to read from my book a few selections here. Here are the stupid statements, some of the stupid statements you're going to hear. And all these boneheads say the same dumb things. After 35 years, I know what they are. So when you hear these statements, here's how I want you to respond. This is from My Spouse Wants Out. Stupid statement. I love you like a friend. Your response is, no, you don't. Your behavior proves you hate me. You are no friend of mine. You have attacked me in ways no friend would ever attack me. Here's another stupid statement that you're going to whack. I love you as the parent of our children. Your response, again, don't let him get away with that stupid statement. Your response is, no, sorry, you don't. That sounds nice and makes you feel good, but it's a lie. You don't love me and you don't love our children. Oh, that'll get his attention because he thinks he loves his kids. No, he doesn't. You continue, if you did love your children, you wouldn't be damaging them and giving them a legacy of loss, hurt, confusion, and abandonment. Whoa, see, that's just the God's truth. Don't back off from that. Another stupid statement. He'll say, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. You ever heard that from some bonehead moron sinner? Well, here's your response. Stop it. Just stop it. I feel like I'm in a bad made-for-TV movie, and your lines are incredibly stupid. You don't love me at all. You're in love with yourself, what you want, and what will please you. Again, you slip the knife in, you slip it out, and you move on. Now, he'll have a bunch of responses to these. You just ignore it after that. You make your statement, you move on. Here's a stupid statement you're going to hear. I don't feel anything for you. I'm numb, as if somehow that excuses divorcing you for a non-biblical reason. Your response could be something like this. And again, this is a treasure trove of responses. You might not do it in person. I wouldn't waste my time, but email and text, you can email and text these responses. Your response is, numb happens. Dumb happens too. Of course you feel numb, you bonehead. You and Satan are a team now, and he's taken away all your feelings from me. But at least I'm not numb. I feel angry and disgusted with you. Have a happy, numb, and dumb life. You see? Boom, in your face. Stupid statement. Here's another one. I've heard from many sinners, even at my office, here in my office. I will take care of you financially in the divorce. This is the promise that's made. Totally bogus. Your response needs to be something like this. Really? Just like you promised at our wedding to take care of me forever? You'll take me to the cleaners. That's where you'll take me. Luckily, I don't believe a word you say. Talk to my attorney. Boom. Here's another stupid statement. I'm on a roll here. I'm bored with you. I mean, these get increasingly insulting. I'm bored with you. Your response should be, I wouldn't worry about being bored much longer. When you're dealing with God's discipline for your sin of divorcing me, you'll be anything but bored. And that's the God's truth. He's in for a rough ride. Okay, here it gets a little personal. And we'll close with this one. You can read all of these, of course, in the My Spouse Wants Out book. This, and you'll hear a lot of these things. Stupid statement is, he'll say, you're fat. Oh my goodness. Here's your response. I may be fat, but at least I'm not stupid. Losing weight will be a whole lot easier than the brain surgery you need. That is, if the surgeon can find a brain in your head. Whoa. Okay, I'm going to add one more because I like this. I like all these. It's entertaining for me. So here's another stupid statement. Again, this is a stray statement. Who cares about your parents? He'll say, you never liked my parents. He's probably a mama's boy. Here's your response. Nobody likes your parents, except Jesus. They're mean. It's tough to like people who treat you badly. You know what? Don't let them get away with these responses. This is whack-a-sitting spouse in action. Again, for the entire recovery process, or dealing with a spouse who wants out of your marriage for bogus reasons, get the book, My Spouse Wants Out, available only on my website, David E. Clarke, Clarke with an E, davideclarkephd.com. No Christian publisher had the guts to publish this book, but who cares? Don't need them. You can get it at my website.